right? Maybe I might do a boxing channel once again. I'm not sure, but this is going to be on the entertainment slash education channel. Uh, Now, I want you guys to look at this, right? Once again, and this is the problem with boxing. This is the problem with a lot of these clowns, these retarded motherfuckers on here that cry whenever you have something critical to say about these boxers. Now, I have something critical to say about Shakur Stevenson, right? And see, in a lot of these goofy, retarded, stupid-minded, retarded, crack baby-minded niggas, right? They always call you a hater whenever you have something to say negative about their favorite fighter, right? Whenever you have something, you have constructive criticism to say about somebody, the first thing that these crack babies like to go to is you're a hater because they're fucking retarded, right? I've been talking about these crybaby, overpaid, weak ass boxers who can't wear the jock straps, who can't lace up the gloves or wear the boots of the guys that came before them, right? Because they went out and they fought fights. And when they got up in the ring and they went and they entertained, man. And not to sit up here and say that people weren't crying about boring fights, or even when it came to a racialist standpoint with certain black fighters, because they had more of an athletic advantage a lot of times against other boxers, right? In certain cases, I would say. That they would say, oh, he's boring, right? Not saying that didn't happen. But there's an epidemic of these Floyd Mayweather clones. And I might have to talk about this in whole nother video. But I want to talk about Shakur Stevenson. But there's an epidemic, a lot of these Floyd Mayweather clones who like to care about their O's so much that they don't want to take risk in the ring. Now, don't get it twisted. You fight and you box your style. But a lot of these guys are soft. They're weak. They can't take a punch, and they run around the ring in circles and don't engage their opponent. Even if they're leagues above their opponent, they will not engage them in any way, shape, or form. And the overrated boxer that you see on the screen, Shakur Stevenson, the guy that they say, oh, he's this great skilled boxer, he's a great defensive. Yeah, he has great reflexes. He has he has some exceptional defensive skills, but he's lacking in the offensive area of boxing. He's not nowhere near as skilled as you guys claim or think he truly is. He's not that skilled, man, when it comes to a certain aspect of boxing. Because you have to understand, there's so many variables of boxing. A lot of these dumbasses in boxing, they talk about boxing's about get hit and not getting hit. Whenever you hear someone say something as simple-minded as that, they've never been in the ring before. They don't know nothing about boxing. And you have certain trainers, coaches that use that same term. Boxing is the art of hit and not get hit. Listen, that is one variable in combat, right? That is one variable when it comes to martial arts. Boxing is a martial art, by the way. That's one variable. And whenever someone sit up here and says, that's all it's about, that's how you know that they don't know shit about boxing. Or their understanding is very low tier, is very limited. They don't know okay, there's more variables to just hit and not get hit. There's way more different things you have to account for in a ring, man. And sometimes you might have to take a punch or two because this is a fight. You're not gonna edge out squeaky clean like someone didn't land a shot on you. Point I'm getting at though is, with all the ranting that I'm doing, is that you have a lot of these guys that they like, a lot of these American boxers, especially a lot of these American black boxers who follow the Floyd Mayweather blueprint, which is not really working for them, right? Not the way they think it's going to work for them, dealing with finances, right? They think they're they're being encouraged by a lot of these jackasses in the boxing industry, and Floyd Mayweather's hating ass, the real hater in boxing himself. Listen. They don't understand. You got to pave out your own way. You can be inspired by somebody, but you sitting up here trying to follow that blueprint of being undefeated and trying to look great without doing too much. That's not gonna cut it with people, man. And it's so crazy that Top Rank really offered this to this dude after the snooze fest that this clown Shakur Stevenson gave to their event twice in a row. Now, let's look at this article. Shakur Stevenson turned down a sizable offer from Top Rank Boxing. How fucking retarded does this kid gotta be, man? And by the way, he's not a fucking kid like that. He's 27 years old, man. This is crazy. On Saturday night, in his hometown of Newark, New Jersey, Shakur Stevenson defeated Artem Hartui-Union in what might be the 27-year-old WBC lightweight champion's final fight with Top Rank Boxing. The win that ran Stevenson's professional record to a perfect 22-0 marked the end of his agreement with Top Rank Boxing, the only promoter he's worked with. Now the former Olympian and 3-division champion is a free agent. Stevenson could have avoided free agency had he accepted a reported 5-fight deal worth $15 million. Still, as he mentioned during an interview with Mark Kriegel that aired on ESPN ahead of his win over Hartuyuyan, he felt he was worth more. Oh my God, man. This is why, man. This is the reason why boxing is in the state it's in right now, with a lot of these pompous, a lot of these simple-minded, retarded boxers who think they're worth more than what they truly are worth. All right, and before I read on, right, because there was a lot said in these three paragraphs. I mean, if there are paragraphs, I mean, I thought it was four or five sentences for a paragraph. Now these guys are just outlining and shit. But regardless, though, so this guy turned down a 5-year, $15 million deal, which is worth $3 million per year, by the way. I don't think this fucking retard that you see on the screens, Shakur Stevenson, understands that we're in the time of a potential recession. Things are going up. Prices are going up. The bigger the tax bracket, the bigger the tax you're going to pay, right? So at least get something guaranteed. So mind you, right? He is not a premier. He's not box office. He's not box office material. Guys were literally bored at the fight. I saw a picture of I believe was it and maybe it was the last fight he had, where people were literally walking out of the arena, and they were giving free tickets to the arena to watch him fight, because I think it was Formula One that they were doing a co-promotion with. Cats were sitting up here walking out of the arena. And I guess they were doing the same thing. And the funny thing is, ESPN showed that shit this past Saturday of people walking away, walking out of the arena. All right. They were literally walking out of the arena looking at this guy, man. Now, once again, Shakur, it's like this with Shakur Stevenson. This kid Shakur, this dude Shakur Stevenson. I mean, there's so much to say. This guy, listen, there's so much to say about this guy. I don't know which direction to go with, but let's deal with this aspect. This guy, when he got criticized, he cursed out the fans on Twitter, right? And he's a little Twitter finger, little faggot, just like the rest of these new age boxers, man. I don't understand how these guys just have fans like this. Like, the fans must be bitch made because they're supporting a bitch made dude, man. He's sitting up here mocking you, saying, "Oh, the only people I want to listen to are my idols like Terrence Crawford and Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather." Look, bro, how do you curse out the people that's paying your fucking bills? That's literally trying to that's literally giving their money to watch you fight. Are you fucking stupid? Now, here's the thing, right? You're not box office material. You had people were walking out of the arena. This is the second time because you're sitting up here. You're fighting an overmatched opponent, and the guy kept coming forward, and you did nothing with that. You just ran and you ran and you ran, and you boxed your way to a unanimous decision. You didn't fuck him up. You didn't destroy him. You didn't systematically tear him apart. You didn't do nothing to excite the crowd. You don't have to be a knockout artist to excite the crowd. That's the difference. That's the difference between someone like this or Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker or even Floyd Mayweather when he in his first couple of years where he was actually taking it to people. The guy stood in the pocket. James Toney was a great defensive fighter, better than this kid, leagues above this kid. He stood in the pocket. It was making guys miss, and he was knocking motherfuckers out, by the way, too. He was putting guys to sleep and making it look good. Go watch his fight with Iran Barkley. But point being, though, there is nothing that this kid does that suggests that he's this great fucking boxer. He has tremendous skills in talent, but he's not a high level boxer. And when he fights he was scared in his last fight against Dos Santos with a guy who's explosive and who has power, and he was afraid to get knocked the fuck out. He was running. And he barely won that fight on my scorecard because he barely engaged in the entire fight. And Top Rank is retarded too. Like Bob Arum, man, that dude, 92 years old or whatever. Whoever's up in Top Rank offering this guy this amount of money, man, it's like this, right? $15 million over the span of 5 years, $3 million for this guy is retarded. After his past two performances, that is money wasted. I guess they have $25 of a budget that they're trying to use or whatever. But listen, Shakur, excuse me, Shakur is not worth that. And the funny thing is, that's way more than what he's worth. Based off of the performance of the crowd coming in, he's not doing numbers like Tank. He's not selling out arenas like that. So, and of course, Tank is stupid enough to having his fights on pay-per-view and whatnot, thinking that's gonna sell, which he's not. He's not the face of boxing. Anybody's telling you that, they're fucking retarded. But point being, the point I'm getting at too. All right. Oh, my bad. So another point I'm getting at is that this kid's literally turned this down because he's trying to test himself in free agency, right? And now all of a sudden his bitch ass is with Floyd Mayweather now. Wait. So did he sit up here? Okay, so did Shakur, Stevenson, FaceTime Floyd Mayweather. So he turned down Top Rank, right? Who's backed by ESPN, who has a bigger budget, who offered you something more than what you're worth. That's just what it is, right? I mean, it's not pocket watch. A lot of you crack babies like to say you're pocket watching. A lot of you crack babies like to say, because that's what a lot of you black boxer fans are on YouTube. Outside of the guys that I fucks with, a lot of you fucking new guys, man, especially a lot of you guys in my age range or younger, a lot of you guys are fucking retarded. I'm just gonna call it what it is, man. Like, a lot of you guys are you have an IQ of a fucking rat, man. You have an IQ of a goddamn lizard, which is no IQ at all. Okay. Bunch of fucking retards. But point I'm getting at before I keep going off the rails, right? He's not he's not worth it based off the market value that he's showing in his own fights. Now all of a sudden, let's see. Now all of a sudden, Shakur, let's see. As you can see, like he's FaceTiming Floyd. I think this is the one right here. He's FaceTiming with Floyd Mayweather right here. Right? Trying to get in Floyd's good graces to get signed with Mayweather Promotions. And this is how you know a lot of these guys don't think, and they're not really bright up here upstairs. Having intelligence, having a certain level of awareness and foresight is key to life. And when you're sitting up here going to a promoter in Floyd Mayweather who doesn't even promote his young fighters, which is the reason why a lot of these young fighters are leaving him. And we've been told, guys like me and other guys that have been around this YouTube thing for years, right? Going back to when the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao shit was big, right? We were telling cats, do not fuck with Floyd Mayweather in his Floyd Mayweather Promotions. He's not gonna get you fights. He's a narcissist, right? He's a staunch narcissist, and he's a guy that self promotes, but he doesn't promote. And mind you, he's pushing 50. He's about to be 50 years old, right? And he's still talking about himself. He's still trying to live like a young bitch, right? Like the young bitch he used to be. He's sitting up here not promoting his young fighters. There's no TV days. There's no deals being done with Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Promotion. That shit's done. Hell, him and Leonard Ellaby just fucking parted ways. Why the fuck would you go to Floyd Mayweather and turn down $3 million per year for 5 years? What the fuck is wrong with these? I'm telling you, man. This dude is a bitch. Shakur Stevenson is a big crybaby bitch. And so is his faggot ass fans, man. Crying. And then every time somebody criticizes him on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck they call it nowadays, right? Like this shit that you see right here. This dude's crying. So look. Somebody said, Raging Babe says, most sensitive boxing era ever. Easily. Without a doubt. And Shakur Stevenson said, you want to reply so bad, don't be showing titties on FaceTime to fighters. Ew, ugly ass lady. I mean, in my, listen, very, 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 very immature comment, right? And my thing is, if you're making your money and doing what you do, why the fuck would you care what a lot of these faggots like to say on Twitter's? Why would you care what these people have to say anyways? And mind you, these are females, right? These are females roasting this little nigga, man. Laser says Shakur gets way too emotional anytime he receives any level of criticism. All right, now I didn't read it verbatim, but that's just how I would. That's how I'm saying, and I think, yeah, and I said Shakur is a real deal pussy. Oh, somebody sat up here and like that comment, huh? And he is a pussy, man. Here we go again. Let's see who liked my comment. Oh yeah, Yellow Claws. Oh yeah, salute to that. Salute to my guy, Yellow Claws, man. Yeah, man. You know, look, man. There's people that want me to be back in the boxing community, man. Listen, it'd be so fucking hard to be posting videos in the boxing community because of the stupid shit that I see all the fucking time. And a lot of these fucking faggot ass YouTubers, man, they fucking kill it for me, man. It been making me want to roast everybody the fuck out, man. Everybody that I don't fuck with, or everybody that irritates me and call me a hater for telling you the fucking truth. I want to roast your stupid ass because I mean, if we were in the flesh, right, in close proximity, and you was talking the same shit that you talk shit to me on this damn YouTube, I will scrape the fuck out you with my blade or with cat of nine tails, nigga. And I'm gonna bring you down to my fucking level. Okay? Okay? I'm tired of you fucking faggots, man, on here on boxing, man, ruining the sport that I fucking grew up in, man. That I'm a part of, man. Sick of these fucking faggots on YouTube, man. But yeah, I mean, you have Shakur turning down a pretty lucrative offer from his standpoint. Now, look, Shakur could have a point. Apparently, Tom Rankin is willing to let him test the free agency waters to find out for sure, while possibly possibly or as more talented or as Slakia, while possibly as or more talented than any fighter in his weight region, Stevenson doesn't fight the most fan-friendly style. He's a defensive first fighter who actuates the purest form of the sweet science: hit and don't get hit. And once again, that's one variable. See, I told you that. See, this is my first time reading this article. I told you that's that simple-minded, one-track mind shit in boxing, man. It's more than just hit and don't get hit. Stevenson also lacks the magnetic and polarizing personality that others have used to bridge the gap when their fighting style has been less than spectacular to fans. One prime example of a fighter who overcame the stigma of being boring is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Yeah, because he played the role of the villain. He had an infamous personality, all right? And he was he talked a lot of shit. That's how he sold his fights, because people wanted to see him lose. Early in his career, Floyd was an action fighter who chased knockouts. However, as he ascended in weight, Floyd adopted a body preservation style that accentuated his enhanced skill offensively and defensively, and some would argue it made his fights more boring. While that may be the case, Mayweather turned up the intensity outside of the ring. He adopted the Money Mayweather persona, which, along with his fantastic skills, made him a megastar. Can Stevenson follow a similar game plan? It's possible. After all, Mayweather began his career with Bob Arum and Top Rank too. And let me stop right there. And then Terrence Crawford said, "Fuck him, little bro." Okay, let me stop. Let me address that too, real quick. So let me address that real quick too. This is my point exactly. This is exactly what I've been saying the whole. This is just funny how this article confirms everything I'm saying, right? Whoever the author is of this article, Floyd Mayweather, and his Money Mayweather persona is what sold him, right? And a lot of these guys are trying to adopt that same goofy ass fucking persona in the style, in the fighting style in the ring, right? Floyd Mayweather did what he did post the Pretty Boy Floyd era when he became the Money Mayweather, because he was moving up in weight. A lot of these guys are trying to fight like old man Floyd versus the young man Floyd. And that's why these guys are where they're at, man. That's why people don't want to watch you guys fight, man. And then, once again, you're trying to protect your role because you're not trying to really get up in the ring and fight with the best fighters. See, and I'm going to say this, too. I was on that panel when him and Devin Haney came on, and they were sitting up here arguing and shit, talking about what the fuck they were going to do to each other. Guess what? None of that shit. Okay, that happened in 2022. It's 2024 right now. When the fuck are you guys going to get up in the ring and fight each other? See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm tired of these guys talking and running their mouth like they're hot shit and they're big shit, and they're getting paid way more than what they should be paid, right? Ungrateful as hell. And he also cried about Top Rank not supporting him. Top Rank's been supporting you, and they're even offering you way more money than you're fucking worth, and you're crying about it. Make that make fucking sense. Make that make fucking sense, man. You're crying about the promoter that's been in your corner the whole damn time. It makes no sense at all, man. So I'm so sick of it. This is why this is the reason why it's hard for me to sit up here and just waste my time talking boxing, man. It's been 25 minutes so far, man. And then once again, with this Floyd Mayweather fighting style and in this persona, it's not people are tuning out of boxing for that reason. And Terrence Crawford, look, I like Terrence Crawford as a fighter, but see, these guys are enabling these dudes. He said, "Fuck them, little bro." Shakur Stevenson, let them know how you feel. They letting you know how they feel. So you're encouraging this dude to go and become a Twitter finger little hoe and continue to run his fucking mouth to people. I'm telling you, man, these guys have no sense of reality. These guys live in their own little bubble. Like, usually the boxer back in the day, you can relate to that same guy because he was just a guy trying to come up and do what he has to do. These little motherfuckers today are act like spoiled little bitches, man. Every last one of them. No, my bad. Let me rephrase that. 90% of the American boxers, especially a lot of these little black boxers, man, I'm gonna call them I'm gonna call it what it is, are a bunch of spoiled little bitches compared to the fighters of yesterday. Like the Haglers, the Tommy Hearns, and the James Toney. Those guys proved their worth, and those guys came up, man. And yeah, you did have guys that were promoted, but those guys, they put in the fucking work and they built themselves up, man, by fighting the best, not by ducking and talking shit to fans and shit. You got to be a fucking moron to talk shit about the consumer, man. So this is the reason why boxing is dying. It's been dying for years, man. In America, for that matter. Nobody wants to look at these little faggot ass, little punk ass, Twitter finger, little crying ass little hoes anymore, man. Fuck all these guys, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, this shit like this is the reason why I don't fucking talk boxing anymore, man. And then on the other side, you got a lot of Mexicans that like to support Canelo Alvarez, and anything you say about Canelo, that redheaded bitch, man, him ducking David Benavidez, these guys sit up here and say, "Oh, you're racist, you hate Mexicans," and then you have the black boxing fans, "Oh, you hate you a coon, shut the fuck all of you faggot ass motherfuckers, man. All of you guys are a bunch of faggots to me, man. All you guys are a bunch of bitches to me, man. Just like you're acting like bitches and being bitches for your faggot ass fighters, man. You guys make me sick, man. Sick of you guys. I'm sick of this shit, man. Fuck all of y'all, man. And once again, for the guys that support me and that's always fuck with me, man, I fucks with y'all, man. But that's very few and far between. Majority of these guys on YouTube, they act just like Shakur Stevenson, which is the reason why they resonate with a little punk like this guy right here. Crying and shit, man. Nobody, and see, let me say this too. When you call yourself great, you're saying you're the best, right? Well, guess what? Scrutiny and criticism comes with the territory of being great. It's not a double standard. It's a higher standard. I'm going to say that one more time. It's not a double standard. It's a higher standard. Because to be great, you have to be immaculate. You have to be infallible. So to be great and be infallible means you have to, the criticism comes with the territory. And if you had any kind of brain cells in that brain, up in that cranium, you would shut the fuck up, chew the meat, spit the bones, take the criticism that's worth it, especially not to the motherfuckers that you're around that support you, that says, oh, that big you up all the goddamn time. You take criticism from your critics, the same people that are paying your bills. Obviously, they care enough to see you succeed. But these guys don't think on that level because they're fucking retarded. I don't even hate this long. I don't hate none of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna tell you something. I do hate. I hate you fucking boxer fans though, that enable these dudes. I do hate you niggas. I do hate you motherfuckers because you guys are the faggots and bitches that cry about other people's opinions to such a degree. I hate you guys for sure. Yes, I do. I hate you. I don't hate these boxers. I have things critical to say about them, but I do hate you faggot motherfuckers. And I promise you on everything on my life, on the days of my graves, I'm telling you, I promise you, you talk that same shit that you talk to me in my face, man. I'm going to scrape the fuck out your face. And once again, I'm going to turn you into me, man. See this? You see this scar on my fucking right here? I'm going to turn you in. I'm going to bring you down to my level. I promise you. And it's not to be tough, but the way you guys talk to people on this YouTube shit, you will not do that shit if you were in close proximity of the people that you're talking to, man. I promise you. But with that being said, man, this shit's frustrating, man. I'm finished, man.